Yay, the kids are finally asleep.
So do you feel like...
Playing a game?
I've got a feeling a boss fight's coming up.
Ooh, I just got wrecked.
Headshot, baby.
Ooh, it's your turn to get the baby.
So are you up to the challenge?
Run, 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 run.
And we're dead.
That's when I realized I have no idea what I'm doing.
GG. Welcome back to another episode of the Gamer Parents Podcast, where my name is Kevin, and I'm joined by my amazing wife, Joanne.
Hello, everybody.
We are gamers who parent, parents who game, and we have some fun stuff planned for you guys this episode, but before we get into that, I have to turn to my trusty gaming sidekick, Joanne, and ask you, how was your week?
So it's December finally.
Yes.
Almost to the end of 2022.
December is an amazing month. That's probably one of my favorites, and I'm sure probably for most people.
Yeah, ever since we were kids, huh?
Yeah, that kind of gets like ingrained in you, plus here with Christmas and New Year's kind of on the end of it. There's so much like celebrating that happens in December, coming off of Thanksgiving and then just holiday season.
Yep, speaking of Christmas, we just put up the Christmas tree today, as well as some Christmas decor around the house.
And outside the house.
Oh yeah, and outside the house. You did most of the ones outside.
Yeah, we had an extremely busy day without even leaving the house. Like that, I feel like that doesn't happen that often. Usually busy days come with, errands and activities for our children and all of that. But no, we just got boxes and boxes out of the attic and put Christmas decor up all over the house and outside. So yeah, it was a busy day for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was so close to not wanting to put up a Christmas tree this year, but then I was thinking, the kids are gonna love it. So yeah, put it up. Normally I put it up way earlier, so it makes it worthwhile.
Because you get to keep it up longer.
Yeah,
but technically we don't have to take it down after Christmas.
I know. We might not. We'll see.
Depends on how long we want that Christmas spirit to go on.
Yeah, all year.
I love it. I love this time of year. I love the eggnog specifically. One of my favorite drinks. But I only have it late November, December time. Because obviously it's not even available year round. Or at least not that I have seen. And then Christmas music is upon us. At least in our household, at least. We were playing it today while we were decking the halls. And what else? Obviously the Christmas tree and all the Christmas stuff and everything that's all Christmassy. Yeah,
I'm almost done writing Christmas cards. Actually, I'm done writing them. I just haven't sent them out. So that would be this week.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess you have to plan that early, huh? Makes sense.
And plus, you and I are both kind of under the weather this week. I mean, just this weekend, our kids were sick. And I think I caught the bug from them. It's like full circle of life here. If one person gets it, everyone has to get it. I'm
fighting it off, though. I'm not going to get it. I'm already just declaring that right now. And then watch next episode, I'm going to be sick as a dog.
Hopefully not. Hopefully after kissing me, you still stay strong.
Yeah.
Also, it's the season for giving, and we have been doing this charity stream. I'll let you take it over from here about the charity stream.
So we mentioned it in the last episode, but just as an update, we are involved in a charity push for, it's all benefiting the American Heart Association, and it is called 12 Days of Heart.
Yes.
And so it is the first 12 days of December where they are inviting streamers to host charity streams and, try to get donations in for the American Heart Association. And so we decided to be a part of that. And so during the first 12 days of December, we have dedicated 5 streams to charity. So we are 2 down and 3 more to go.
And our goal?
Our goal was to raise $250. This is our first charity stream, and we're somewhat new to streaming. So we didn't really know how it was going to go and all that. So I felt like that was more of a realistic goal. And we're about 25% of the way there. So we still got some ground to cover. We do have 3 more streams to get through. And they have been fun. I don't think we mentioned this last time, but we had ear rewards.
Yes.
That we, for every donation, depending on how much it is, we do something fun, right? So
Yep.
what were those again? So for $1 we do a Bean Boozled, which, if anybody doesn't know what that is, they are really horrible tasting jelly beans that are fun to watch somebody eat, but not fun to eat yourself. So it's basically our torture. So for your fun.
It's kind of like that bean from the Harry Potter. There's also
yeah, that's right. They had like some weird jelly bean things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's like that. So that's only $1. You could torture us for $1. Like you're not going to get a better value than that.
Yeah.
And then at $2, what is that? Changing the color of the lights in our room?
Yep.
Which is not too amazing, but hey, if you want green, we are going to light up this room green as you'll ever see it. Whatever color you like. And then what's next?
At $10, you get a dad joke from Kevin.
Those are really, really funny, by the way.
Pure gold.
Yeah, and it's not any dad joke. It's my favorites, and I have gone through quite a lot. So prepared to be knocked off your feet.
Definitely. And at $20, we get a mustache called the Mustache Mayhem, where we get to put on a mustache and stream with our mustaches.
We have a bunch of silly looking mustaches, and whoever donates gets to pick that, and we will wear it for the rest of the stream or until somebody makes us change one.
Yeah. And at $30, we get to do a truth or dare.
Ooh, I forgot about that one. Yeah. So truth or dare, you get to either dare us to do something or ask us anything, and we have to tell you yes or no, true or false. So, what else?
And at $50, you get a personal message from our 4-year-old son.
Ooh, thanking you for your donation.
Yeah.
Which he's extremely cute, and it's not just us, his parents, saying that. He gets that all the time.
Yeah.
He is an amazing little guy, and he will personally thank anyone who donates $50 or more. But yeah, that's kind of the rundown on our charity stream that we're doing right now. We do have 3 more days of that left. That's going to be this upcoming Tuesday.
Yes.
And then Thursday and Friday of this week as well. And hopefully we hit our goal. If not, it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I guess the things that I mentioned, or forgot to mention, was we also have some milestones set. So if we raise $100, we are going to eat bugs that Joanne has ordered.
Yeah.
What kind of bugs are they?
Packet of mixed bugs. They're crickets, grasshoppers, sago worm, and some other kind of worm.
And I'm dreading this. We're almost to that $100 milestone, and so I have a feeling this one at least is going to happen, and I'm not looking forward to it. I've never eaten bugs before. I feel like there's a good reason for that. But yeah, these are edible bugs, and probably going to have to slurp those down, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Hakuna Matata.
Nasty. All right, and then if we hit our $250 goal, then I will eat an entire jar of baby food.
Yes, just Kevin.
Yeah, which I don't know if it's going to be worse than the bugs. I've heard baby food is disgusting. I've never tried it myself, although I've fed both of my kids lots of baby food over the years. And I know that it smells horrible, and I'd imagine it tastes pretty bad too, especially some of the flavor combinations that they pick for these things. It's like random fruits and vegetables mixed together, and it's like, ugh. And it's an entire jar, which is what, like 4 ounces, 6 ounces?
4 ounces.
4 ounces?
Yep.
Okay, not looking forward to that one either, but I'll do it on stream once we hit $250. If we hit $250.
Yes. Hopefully we do.
If we don't, then I'm home free. I don't need to do it.
If we don't, I'll donate to make sure we get
Okay. Yeah. There we go. And if we do hit it, then great, because it's for charity and it's a good cause, and I'm willing to do it for a good cause.
Yeah. So that's about the charity stream. What have we streamed so far? We've streamed Evil for day 1.
Yeah.
And then we stream World of Warcraft on day 2.
Yep. Yeah, and so not only is it the fun rewards that we go through, but also a lot of gaming happens in each of these streams. So come check it out.
Definitely. And we haven't decided what other games we're going to stream in the next 3 streams that we're going to do, but we'll be sure to announce it at least an hour before we play.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out later, but it'll be something fun.
So apart from the charity stream, what else did we do this week? Oh, more updates on revamping our game room aka playground.
Aka?
AKA playground. Yeah. So we finally mounted the TV for the PlayStation 5.
Yes, so last week, I think the update was like we were going to be moving everything around and making a lot of changes to our gaming space.
Yep.
And yeah, we're pretty much done with that for the most part, right? Besides a few tidying up to do.
Yeah.
And that entailed kind of moving everything that we had over 1.5 feet, which was a lot of stuff between the 2 desks and a shelf and our computers and monitors and lights and microphones and everything that comes with what we do.
Yep.
And then, like you said, we mentioned we got a deal on a TV for Black Friday. So we're adding a TV to our room that is going to pair nicely with the PS5 that we have recently as well. So a lot of new additions to our game room right now, which I am super excited for because I haven't even had a chance to play anything on the PS5 yet, really. So, and with the new TV. So yeah, I'm like super stoked for all that stuff right now.
Hopefully one day we could like stream the game that we're playing on the PS5.
Yeah, we certainly could.
Yeah. I know I just want to tidy up the cords, all the wires with the cable management tray. I've done it on your side, I think. Well, partially. And then I want to do it on my side as well.
Nice.
As for my life in gaming, apart from the World of Warcraft that we started together with the launch of the expansion, Dragonflight.
Yes. New WoW expansion that just came out.
I made myself a new character because...
Go on, do tell.
Because the hunter... What was my hunter before? Marksman, right?
Marksman hunter, yes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have a good reputation so far in this expansion. So I've decided, since it's a new expansion and it has a new race and class, so I decided to be the Evoker, the Draktyr race. And I've been having fun so far. I'm doing DPS. Too stressful for me to do heals because I know I wouldn't be able to heal everyone on time and everyone's just gonna die and all the blood's gonna be on my hands.
Healing is tough and can be stressful and difficult. Yeah. And yes, people die when you're not quick enough or paying attention or it's not on point sometimes. It's tough.
Yep. What else? So I'm currently level 61. I am still trying to level it up to 70. And I look forward to doing dungeons with you. I haven't had a chance to run any dungeons with Kevin, but that will be the goal.
That's going to change very soon because now that you're level 61, you're high enough level to do dungeons. So we can definitely hop into some dungeons together.
Yeah, I've been focusing on the main campaign quest. That's why. And then also Evil, I've been playing off stream. And because of the kids being sick and I myself feeling like I'm catching something and all the changes in our house with the decor and the moving of the furniture in our game room, I've not really been on the computer to play as long as I hoped to. So I have been playing Genshin Impact on my phone. And it's been really nice. It kind of reminded me of Zelda some.
So how much have you gotten into that? Like how much time do you think you had to play it?
I think not much yet. I've only played it for a couple nights so far.
Okay.
So like maybe a couple hours each night or less. But yeah, I think I'm in chapter 3 or 4. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm way past the tutorial. And it's like an action RPG game. I love how the characters look very cute, very anime-ish, you know? Which is like so my kind of thing. But the land and everything else looks very like Zelda-ish. The fighting reminds me, it's very elemental It almost reminds me like the Bard I played in Lost Ark. But apparently we could play as a party of 4 different people. So I've only have like 2 in my party so far.
Okay, so you can like have a
Then-
team of 4.
Yes, and then you can like switch between them. So it's gonna be like, I think it'll get harder because then I'm forced to learn like different skill sets. Like I have trouble trying to play with the range one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And tell us what got you into Genshin Impact in the first place.
Oh, so what got me into Genshin Impact was the cosplayers at DreamHack. The cosplayers there were dressed as Genshin Impact characters. I didn't know what they were dressed as. I was like, oh, your outfit's so cool, your costume's so cool. Which anime is this from? Then they're like, oh, it's from the game Genshin Impact. And I'm like, what kind of game is that? I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never actually played it. So they told me like, oh, you should. You can play it mobile, you can play it on the desktop. It's definitely more worth it to play on the desktop because it's, bigger screen to see more pretty stuff.
If you have the choice. Definitely.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know that you can play on both. So this was something I found interesting and convenient for me because when I'm playing Genshin Impact, even like during the day, sometimes I play it. I could just like escape from the app and do other stuff, other chores, and then come back to it, and I'll be at that spot. So
that's convenient, accessible.
Accessible, convenient. It's almost like having the Switch, Yeah. I mean, if I wasn't like committed to WoW at this point, Genshin Impact would be my go-to at night, apart from our Game Pass games and stuff. But I think now WoW is like my life stealer. It's gonna like take every other aspect, and Genshin Impact is like your Hearthstone to me, like your mobile game.
Sure.
But yeah, that's my life in game this week. How about you?
Yeah, doesn't differ too much. I've been playing probably about just as much time into WoW as you have with the new expansion. I got to play with some of our friends online in there as well, which was fun. Definitely going to be putting a lot more time into WoW into the future. Definitely. I know that, like you said, it's kind of the life stealer.
Yeah.
It makes us neglect a lot of other games that we have right now. So I kind of knew this was coming too because this was like another WoW expansion. And this happens with every single one. I just get sucked right back into it. And I feel like there's nothing I can do other than World of Warcraft. So I am still on that Marvel Snap. And things are definitely slowing down in terms of the number of cards that I'm unlocking and adding to my collection, which also that's like the fun part of the game. That's what kind of keeps me going, is getting new cards that I can, then put into the various decks and use. And it's always fun kind of getting a new unique card to use in these matches. And that's kind of what it kind of keeps the flame going, and it's slowing down, definitely. So I'm still having fun with it. I'm still playing it, but I feel like it's winding down a little bit. Hearthstone in I think like 2 days is going to release their next expansion, which is, I forget the name of it exactly, but it's all about like Death Knights and Lich King and all of that. And so this is the one that I mentioned, that they're adding a Death Knight class to the game, as well as a whole bunch of new cards, and a lot of those being Death Knight cards. So that's cool. I mean, Death Knights are really awesome in World of Warcraft, and they look like they're going to be a lot of fun in Hearthstone too. And plus, it's just a new class. Like whenever they add a new class, like everybody wants to play it and try it out, and build decks with those cards. And so that's like the highlight of this expansion. And that kind of makes it not just the ordinary expansion where we just get new cards. It's also a new class. So I'm excited for jumping into that once it does come out. I feel like that's probably going to hurt my Marvel Snap time a little bit, especially with the direction that game is going. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out how much I enjoy the new Hearthstone expansion. What else? So we hooked up the PS5 in their game room, like we kind of mentioned, along with the TV, and I booted it up and started downloading some games that I had. But while things were downloading, I wanted to be able to play something, and I saw that they had a kind of pre-installed game called Astro's Playroom. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just check this out while I'm waiting for things to download. And I guess the whole point of Astro's Playroom is to get you experienced with the controller and kind of show off what the controller can do exactly, and this was my first time playing on a PS5. I don't know anyone that has one. So, I mean, this was my first time with a PS5 controller.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this Astro's Playroom did an amazing job showing what it can do and kind of what it's capable of, and where controllers are at now compared to last generation, which, the PS4, what I'm used to. And some of the stuff that really blew me away, probably the thing that I was impressed by the most was they could change the resistance on the left and right triggers. So, one side could be incredibly easy to press or pull in, and then the other side, there could be like a lot of resistance to kind of, maybe you're like arm wrestling somebody, right? And there's like supposed to feel like there's a lot of resistance to try and push the button or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really unique because it just adds more to the feel of the game. And I didn't even know that the controllers could do that. And like, it took me a second. I was like, is something wrong with my controller? Like, one of these triggers like feel way different than the other one. And then I realized it was only at that part that it was doing that. And I was super impressed. They also have the capability of, I guess, knowing when you like blow onto the controller, which was weird because one part it's like, okay, blow on your controller now. It's like, okay, this feels weird doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it somehow picked it up or sensed it. And then it worked on that way. So I don't know. It was different. And then also the touchpad seems improved, seems a lot more sensitive or capable than prior versions. So, and the vibrations just seemed like they were on point, and they were way more finite and controllable between like the left and right side, or how weak or strong the vibrations were. Like, I don't know, I was just really impressed with the PS5 controller. It felt great. Although, the weird thing is, for most games, I do end up turning the vibration off anyways. Although it was still really cool to see like what the controller is capable of. I was impressed for sure. But yeah, I think that's it for gaming for me. We do a little bit of Evo as well, like we mentioned on stream. But yeah, that was it, I think.
Yeah, I think so. For you. For me, I did still play it outside. It's not your kind of game, sadly, but
That's fair.
Yeah.
So shall we run through new game releases?
Sure.
Alrighty. We have Last Days of Lazarus on PlayStation 5, Sable on PlayStation 5, Soccer Story on all consoles and PC, The Night Witch on all consoles and PC, Front Mission 1 Remake on Switch, Gundam Evolution, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, and Xbox One, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide on PC, Eastward on Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One, Inscription on Switch, New Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja on PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution on Quest and PlayStation VR, WRC Generations on Switch, Marvel's Midnight Suns on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, Need for Speed Unbound on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, Resident Evil Village Winter's Expansion on Switch, and finally, The Callisto Protocol on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Any of those games excite you?
Maybe Warhammer.
Yeah, the Warhammer games look pretty fun to me, but I've never played them.
We've never played them.
And my understanding is, I think all or most of them are co-op in a way, so that would be fun to. I don't know if it's going to be your kind of game. I think it's probably going to be my kind of game, but there may be some kind of overlap there. And I guess more news on that one coming. But another one on that list, the Callisto Protocol, which is really compared to Dead Space, kind of like a spacey horror game. You know, where I don't really know what you're fighting off, but it's very like dark and has a creepy feel and probably jump scares. I'm probably not going to play that game, but a lot of people are pumped up for it. The trailer looked really cool. That's kind of about as far as I want to go into it. But yeah, you might like that one.
You never know.
Yeah. Joanne,
Yes.
how about them Game Pass games?
Yes. New on Game Pass this week is Insurgency Sandstorm on console and cloud, Soccer Story on console, PC, and cloud. Also Warhammer 40k Dark Tide on PC. That's great that we could install it and play
so
it.
that one's on Game Pass. So a
Yeah.
day one release on Game Pass, everybody.
And Eastward on console, PC, and cloud. Totally reliable delivery service on PC. And The Walking Dead, the final season on console, PC, and cloud.
Nice. They've been adding a lot of Walking Dead to Game Pass, and I feel like it's too much for me to handle. There's just too many of them and too many games right now.
I know. So
Otherwise,
many
I wouldn't mind
games.
playing the Walking Dead games at some point, especially now that they're on Game Pass. We have very little excuses.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention. Speaking of Game Pass,
Yep.
now I just remembered. In my gaming, another game I've tried is Lapine.
Ooh, that's right. I
Which
totally forgot about
is
that
a
one for
story,
some reason.
yeah, of 5 bunnies whose home was destroyed by construction.
Oh no.
I know, so they're trying to follow this map to go to a new place and search for a new home. So
I think this is a true story.
I know, right? The bunnies came and gave a testimony and made this game.
Did
Yeah.
you enjoy it? Like,
Well,
what
I
was
only
your final
played
thoughts?
it. I only played it for a day. I mean, like on one night. So I haven't like fully explored yet. It's like a very platform kind of game. So it's fun. It's cute. I love bunnies. The music is very soothing as well. Very tranquil kind of music. But I haven't played enough of it to give a full review about it. So
Okay. Are you going to go back to it, or do you
Oh,
think
yeah,
with
I'm
everything else
going to-
going on, are you done?
I'm going back to
You're,
it.
you're
yeah.
going back to it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fair. You will have to update us later then on what you think of it.
I will.
As far as these other Game Pass games, I have a feeling Totally Reliable Delivery Service is not totally reliable for some reason.
I know.
I don't know why I think that, given that the name is Totally Reliable Delivery Service. But I have a feeling that's the fun or funny part to it, depending on if it's co-op or how fun it is.
You can join up to 3 of your friends.
Oh, okay. So I guess a 4-player co-op. If it looks like we would have a good time with it, I am all for trying that out. Maybe making that a game of the week.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like a combination between Overcooked and You Suck at Parking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I haven't
like
looked
that.
at the trailer or screenshots or anything, so I have no idea. That's just a guess, although it sounds fun.
Yeah. I'll be interested to try this with you.
Yeah. Next topic I had for us tonight, though, we are in the midst of the Game Awards for 2022, and they are going to be announcing the winners to all the Game Awards on December 8th, which is this upcoming Thursday.
Oh no.
It's a couple of days after this episode comes out, so I just kind of wanted to really quick run through the games that are up for Game of the Year, because we have some pretty amazing games in the bunch. Some that we've played, some that we haven't played, some that we are about to play. And just wanted to run through them really quick. So first we have A Plague Tale Requiem that's up for Game of the Year, which so far, I mean, I'm missing a few key games here, but so far, Plague Tale Requiem is one of my favorite games that I've played this year. Probably top 2 or 3 at least. Just an amazing game all around, and I hope it wins something. It's up against some pretty strong titles, of course, for Game of the Year. But I hope it gets something. Maybe not Game of the Year, but I hope it wins something. It definitely deserves that. Next one up for Game of the Year is Elden Ring, of course. No one's really surprised to see that one in there. The From Software game that came out earlier this year and had been dominating sales since it was released. I think it is still in the top 10 last month, but for a long time it had that number 1 slot. which we now own Elden Ring. Haven't had a chance to play it yet, but hopefully will be soon. After that, they had God of War Ragnarok, which hasn't even been out that long. So I feel like if it doesn't win, that might be the reason why, just not, hasn't really been around long enough for people to fall in love with it and really have it in mind for Game of the Year, and plus for enough people to kind of play it and get on board. Although a lot of people are playing it, but it hasn't been out as nearly as long as Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
But still an amazing game, and what I'm hearing, an amazing follow-up to the 2018 title. Next, we had Horizon Forbidden West up for Game of the Year. Another one that I think it was well received, but I think it did have some people who didn't really care for it as much. I don't know. At least from the people that I was talking to, still I think it's a great game. And another one that we picked up, and I hope to be playing here sometime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But I just have to get through all these other ones first. We also had Stray on the list, which I feel like is a little bit of an underdog with a lot of these other, maybe an undercat, I should say, with some of these other titles. It's the game where you play as a cat and kind of wander the streets and try to get objectives done. Other than that, I watched a little bit of it. I don't know a whole lot about it. And then last up for Game of the Year is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Another one that I have never played, or I don't think I've seen much on. But really, any game that makes it to the Game of the Year nominee is usually an impressive title and worth usually buying, or at least looking at buying. So most of the games on here that I have tried are pretty amazing. I'm not going to get into all of the particular categories that they're doing for Game Awards, just the Game of the Year, because that's kind of what people are watching most, and that I'll definitely be watching most. But yeah, we'll see. I have a feeling it's going to come down to Elden Ring or God of War, but we will find out in just a few more days.
I'm so nervous. I don't even know why I'm nervous.
Is there anyone that you want to see win? I don't think you've had a chance to play any of these yet.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's fair. So what's next, Joanne? Did you have something else for us?
Yeah, I figured since it's the month of December, why not do a this or that Christmas edition?
Ooh, okay. Let's do it.
All right, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. White lights or multicolored lights?
Multicolored lights. I don't know why I've always liked those. They just look way more fun to me than white lights. But then again, look at our game room, and there's just tons of colored lights.
I know, but even though we choose multicolored lights, I mean, for me, I like multicolored lights too, but the lights in the garden, I mean, around the house are white lights.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it does seem more Christmassy, but I don't mind when people put up red, green, blue, lights up around their house, whatever.
I know. I think we didn't put much thought into it when we first got them, and then we just end up sticking with it and waiting for it to burn out every bulb before we change it.
Yeah.
Funny. All right. Next, eggnog or hot chocolate?
Ooh, that is tough. I really like both of those drinks. Those are probably both of those are in my top 5 favorite things to drink. I would probably have to go with eggnog, just because eggnog to me is a treat that I only get 1 month a year, whereas hot chocolate I could have whenever. Although I still really like hot chocolate, I'm gonna have to go with eggnog on that one.
Okay, hot chocolate for me.
I figured you're not a fan of eggnog. It's okay.
No,
I forgive you.
All right, It's a Wonderful Life or Elf, the movie?
Elf, definitely. I love the movie Elf. It was an instant classic for me.
Really? Mine's It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. 2 very different movies, by the way.
I know. Classic decor or tacky fun decor?
I guess tacky fun decor?
I think so. Our Christmas tree is kind of looking tacky and fun. We put all the ornaments from every place that we go to. So
yeah.
We have a Pokeball up there.
Yeah, our tree is kind of all over the place, which is fine. I like it
I like
that,
it.
Right? Every ornament tells a different story. It's not just one ornament in the bunch that makes the tree kind of all look the same.
Yeah. The Grinch or Charlie Brown?
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
I love.
Same.
I like that better than Charlie Brown. I think I was never
Me too.
really
I've never been a fan of
Charlie
Charlie Brown. Yeah.
person.
Right. Star tree topper or angel tree topper?
Star tree topper, just because that's
Yeah.
what we have. I
Yeah.
feel like
I feel like I'm okay with star
Yeah,
or
tree
snowman
topper.
tree topper. Yeah.
okay, that's a new one.
Gingerbread or sugar cookies?
Sugar cookie, gingerbread, like just kind of tastes funny to me.
I think gingerbread should belong to the house. Gingerbread house.
Yeah,
Not like
gingerbread
to
house
eat.
are fine because you like cover it in frosting and candy and
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't think it's meant to eat. To be eaten, I mean.
Yeah, and it's not really like you can.
I know you
like,
can.
think
A lot
for
of
the most
people
part.
like it.
And that's kind
I'm
of the
just
point.
kidding.
But
Mhm.
the main thing is building the gingerbread house. Although gingerbread, yeah, never really been a fan of it. Sugar cookies are not bad. That's better for sure. So I would lean that way.
Yeah. Fair enough. White Christmas or tropical Christmas?
A white Christmas, definitely. I mean, I like tropical vacations, but I feel like Christmas in, like the tropics somewhere, it wouldn't really feel like Christmas like it would if it were snow all around. Building a snowman, staying warm by the fire.
It does not snow in
wearing-
Texas.
Wearing, thick clothes or pajamas and cuddling up.
I guess even though it doesn't snow, at least it's cold.
It does
That's what
get
you
cold.
mean. Yeah.
And it didn't, yeah. I mean, Texas is not tropical or, and we
White.
don't have white winters. So I was thinking more like if we were going to travel anywhere for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Well, I grew up with tropical Christmas, so white Christmas is definitely what I prefer, I guess, because like you said, the hot chocolate
Okay,
tradition
yeah.
and fire and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Real tree or fake tree?
I would say a fake tree.
Yeah.
I mean, real trees don't necessarily bother me. I don't think they're worth it. They smell nice, but
They shed a lot.
they,
a lot.
you have to buy a new one every single year. Yeah, like you said, they shed their, I don't know if shedding is
Leaves.
the right term, but all their leaves fall off and it makes a huge mess everywhere. And especially with us with young kids, they're going to track it all over the house,
I bet.
right?
Yeah.
Every time they walk by, they're going to step on it, on the little leaves, and they're going to take them into their rooms and our room and everywhere. Going to get everywhere. I mean,
Alright.
plus, like, I don't know, I have no issue with fake trees.
Yeah, I think fake trees are more manageable.
Mm-hmm.
Baking cookies or singing carols?
Baking cookies, because baking cookies means eating cookies, and I like eating cookies. And also just like the aroma, right, of chocolate
Yeah,
chip
chocolate
cookies
chip
after they come out of the
cookies.
oven.
Definitely.
Ooh,
Oh, I'm craving.
speaking of cookies, I just got my 4-year-old son, or I should say our 4-year-old son, on board for
Baking.
baking cookies for Santa Claus.
And to leave it out
Yeah,
with
and
a
to
note.
leave the cookies and a glass of milk, of course, out for Santa Claus, so that Santa Claus will come and eat the cookies. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to eating those.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh wait, I haven't gave my answer, huh?
I don't think you did.
I think I'll do both. I like baking
Both?
and singing at the same time, so.
Okay, maybe we'll have to go out caroling and drive our neighbors crazy.
Ice skating or sledding?
Sledding.
I think sledding. I've never ice skated
Ice
before.
skating is fun, but I feel
Really?
like every time I go ice skating, like I fall on my butt too many times, and I just end up with like a really sore behind. Whereas like sledding is always fun, and yeah, completely different story.
Yeah, I think I enjoy sledding more. I feel like if I learned ice skating when I was younger, it would be more worth it to fall on my butt.
Yeah, if you can do it and you have good balance and you're not going to fall every 2 seconds, ice skating is fun.
Yeah, I feel at this age, falling is just recipe for disaster.
But ice is hard. It hurts. It's not like falling on snow.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's like falling on the tile.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, sledding it is. Okay, here, gift wrapping or gift bags?
Gift wrapping. For me, I feel like there's something special about opening up a Christmas present when it's wrapped versus just, let me just pull it out of a bag, right? You're like having to open the wrapping paper and you can see a little bit of it at a time with each piece that you peel off, so that I think just enhances like the gift giving and gift opening process. Although
Yeah.
it is easier to just gift bag something, so I totally get that. If depending on how much time you
Yeah.
have or what you have on you. So, I mean, I mean, either one is acceptable, obviously, but I think if I have to pick, gift wrapping.
I was so close to asking your mom to help wrap the kids' gift, but then again, it's tradition, like part of it is to wrap their gifts out of love, not just like buying it and having it pre-wrapped. So,
Yeah.
yeah, my wrapping skills are not nice. I mean, like, I think your mom wraps it pretty.
Well, compared to me, you're a professional.
Yeah, we're both bad at wrapping.
You've seen mine. Like I'm just like, okay, I just make like one side of this look good and then let like the other side of it look horrible and just like keep that side down. Nobody needs to see that.
That's true. Cover it with a ribbon.
Yeah, I don't know. I have some techniques, but my gift wrapping skills are horrible.
So yeah, that was it.
That was it?
For this or that. Yeah, it's not too many.
Yeah. Well, there's not a game review today, so that concludes our episode. But before we let you go, just a rundown of where you can find us. You can find our weekly streams over on Twitch at twitch.tv/gamerparentspod. We stream every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Central Time over there. Lately, and probably going forward, we'll probably see quite a bit of World of Warcraft over there. So if you're a fan, do come and hang out with us. Say hello. You can also find us over on YouTube under Gamer Parents Podcast, as well as Twitter at Gamer Parents Pod, and
on our Instagram at gamer_parents_podcast.
The best way to come and hang out with us would be in our Discord. Link for that will be in the podcast episode description or in the YouTube video description if you're listening over there. So please do let us welcome you to the Gamer Podcast family and by joining our Discord and coming and spending some time with us.
Yes, definitely. We love to have you there. We have questions of the day and some polls.
And just a lot of fun conversations around both life and gaming. But wherever you check us out, if you could give us a like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is, wherever it is, it would greatly be appreciated.
Yes.
But that is all that we have for you this time. We will catch you in the next one.
Bye.